Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Florida State's looked almost unbeatable the last few weeks. They're finally playing the way they knew they could before the season started. And you know how this game is. You're only as good as your last one, so they're going to have to prove it on the field again today. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I will see you at halftime.
In Florida's Panhandle, we're at Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. We'll see how this game plays out as they get ready for the opening kickoff. Canary fields it at the 3. And he's taken down at the 33-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today.
Check 99! Check 99! Check 3! Check 3!
He gets rid of this one. From their own 33-yard line, it's second down. Now he's scrambling. And they got him.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
These fans are showing you why teams hate to come here, folks. Throws in a hurry.
This unit has quick hands, and they showed it there by knocking away the pass.
The punting team's got to give their kickers some time. He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
You like that? You like that?
The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. The quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Florida State's got a guy that statistically is leading the conference right now, and he has got the attention of everybody in the country, including the coordinators. It's second and 10. Ball on the 38. Got it and brought down immediately. He's taken down at the 41.
Nothing tentative on that run at all. He looked very determined and got the first down.
They're going no huddle here, so a good way to keep the defense from substituting. He airs it out. Can't haul it in.
This is incomplete. Hale was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 41. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. That play was going nowhere.
Yeah, give a lot of credit to the defense here, recognizing pass and swarming to the receiver.
Very good big tackle in space.
Perfect timing here between the quarterback and the wide receiver. That's a big gain and more than enough for the first down.
Touchdown-saving tackle, but it leaves him with a first and goal. What a play.
What a play is right. Here they throw the ball to the tight end, and the big guy shows that he's valuable not only as a blocker, but as a receiver as well. Nice catch.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Watch out for a pass play when you're in a goal line D. Touchdown, Florida State.
That is great, tough football right there. Getting down to the goal line and just punching it in.
He makes the PAT. Let's check in with Reese Davis in the studio.
Let's have a look at what's going on in Chapel Thrill. This game was tighter than spandex on a sumo wrestler.
Florida State ready to kick this one off. Canary from the 3. Tackle made at the 28-yard line. The Seminoles are right where they want to be early in this one, partner.
Well, this is what their coach talked about, getting off to a great start. The defense did their job, and it's nice to see the offense move the ball down the field and also get some points on the board.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Throws a bullet over the middle, and they make the stop around the 33-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 6.
It's 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 33. He's going to try and scramble. Decides to slide. Long. Comes away with 2 yards on the scramble.
Great play by the senior linebacker to step up in traffic and make that tackle.
They come out in an empty backfield. They'll bring him down at the 36-yard line. So the delayed handoff gets maybe a yard. He's tackled at the 33. So he got a little on that return.
Well, Brad, early it looked like there was an opening there, but the seam closed quickly.
The quarterback is on his way back onto the field, and he led a great drive last time out. Florida State is up 7. Tackled after a decent pickup. So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Makes the grab past the marker, and he's taken down at the 41-yard line. And a nice pickup there.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
At about the 41.
No gain. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 41-yard line. Over the middle, got his tight end, and he is drilled at the 16.
That makes it 1st and 10.
up the middle for a nice gain.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Catches it and hit immediately for a loss. Drop back 4 yards on that one.
This defense is fast enough that they can create negative yards on completed passes. So the offense might want to consider that next time they try that play.
Fires quickly, and he's got his receiver for the touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 7-play, 67-yard drive, and a touchdown as a result.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
The score now, 14-0. He'll return it from the 3, and he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. They need to show a little giddy-up now, because if they don't start eating into this deficit, they could easily fall out of the game. Quick throw, almost intercepted.
You know, for a safety, this guy has really good hands. I'm very surprised to see him drop an interception like that. Could come back to haunt his team as well.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Shoot, shoot, shoot! You like that? You like that?
Brought down at the 25-yard line. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Catches it, and he's immediately tackled behind the line. And they back up 3 yards on that play.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't fooled at all by the offensive play call.
White is back deep to return. Brought down at the 48. Not sure that touchdown in their last possession's given them some confidence, but let's see if that carries them back down the field.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
They bring him down.
Loss of 11 yards on the play. That'll make it 2nd and long.
Defense looking for another sack in this 2nd down and long situation. They come out in a 5-wide set. And he's hit before he could go anywhere. So at the end of 1 quarter, Florida State leads 14-0. Back to the action now here in the 2nd quarter.
No, check that. We got
Quick throw to the tight end. He's tackled at the 46-yard line.
Young makes the tackle at the 46-yard line. That brings up 4th and 7.
Abrams awaits the snap. There's a punt, and it's a line drive.
He was able to deaden that kick perfectly, and he gives them a long field to work with.
You think about the challenges these two teams are facing. On one side, you've got to find a way to keep building on your lead, and on the other side, you've got to find a way to get back in it. And down he goes around the 10-yard line. They lose 3 yards there.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
From their own 10-yard line, 2nd down. He throws it. Tackle made around the 39-yard line.
Well, you give up too many passes like that, and the game will be done before you know it. They cannot let these receivers get behind them.
Nice run there. Around 5 yards there on the option keep.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5. Ball on the 44-yard line. Makes it to the 44.
I like how efficient the offense looked on that play. Everybody knew their assignment, and it all came together for a nice run. You know, Brad, the defensive coordinator does a nice job with the coverage call here. Everybody's in position to be able to make the play. The only problem is they didn't intercept the football. That's something that they got to be happy with the coverage, but not happy with the result.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 44. And he's tackled around the 36-yard line.
Henderson's on the tackle at the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
So it's 4th down. What do you think they're going to do here?
At this point in the game, they might as well go for it. They won't lose much field position if they don't get it, and they only have a couple yards to go.
They'll line it up for a very long field goal attempt. It's up, looks long enough, and he nails the long field goal. Grant has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. He sends this one deep. He's to the 10. He's taken down at the 12. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Safety. No, wait, they're going to say he's down at the 1.
Oh, that is a big hit on the quarterback. That's one of those as an offensive lineman. When the film study starts to come around, you're going to kind of sink in your chair and just hope they don't call you out because you're going to get embarrassed on Monday on that one.
2nd down. This is a scary spot deep in their own territory. The sub-package in there defensively, and this 5-wide receiver set.
That'll bring up 3rd and long.
They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Fires incomplete, knocked away. Hale was the intended receiver on that pass. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they just couldn't connect on a pass there. That was a very good stand by this defense.
It looks like they're going to go after this punt. He hits a low one there. Oh, man, he took him down hard. They put some points on the board in their last drive, and they'll start this one in position to do much of the same.
The defense has their backs against the wall here. They're really going to have to get aggressive if they want to keep the offense from scoring any points here.
Inside the 10. That's a great tackle at the 2-yard line.
Jones, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it first and goal.
First and goal from the 2, and they can smell the end zone. It looks like they're going to blitz. And off up the middle, and he's stuffed. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And he adds the extra point. So a short 3-play, 28-yard drive, and they come away with 7 points. So our score, 14-10. Duke is lining up to kick this one off. He just drills this one. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Florida State is up 4. Nice run up the middle.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Here's an opening. He's to the 40. He's taken down right around the 42-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete. You know, this is just amazing. You spend 6 days planning as a defensive coordinator for one guy, and then you get the other quarterback. So now what happens?
Number 4 comes in.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Great pressure on the quarterback forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
He's at midfield, and he hauls it in. And they make the stop at the 42. Gets to that quickly.
This guy's combination of speed and his hands make him lethal. He can take a game over at any time.
From the 17-yard line. First down. Florida State holds a 4-point lead. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And that sets them up with a 1st and goal. And this is the 8th play of the drive. Everybody bunched up tight defensively. And he has it on the corner. Touchdown, FSU! And he hits the PAT. Taylor has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Taken from the 3-yard line. Tackle at the 25. The offense was able to punch it in the end zone on that last drive. They'll come back out looking for more of the same. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Throws a bullet over the middle. They'll bring him down at the 40.
Well, the quarterback's able to find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an accurate ball for a solid pickup.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. Got a man. Watch out here. And he's taken down at about the 45.
That's good for a gain of 15 yards. First down.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. He makes the catch and has a first down.
That makes it first and 10.
First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line. Tackle around the 20-yard line. What a play.
Boy, solid job there by the quarterback, recognizing the defensive coverage and delivering the ball to the open receiver.
Five guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. Goes over the middle, intercepted.
Brad, it's still early in this game. They might be able to get back into it. I just feel like the quarterback seems to be forcing things a bit. I understand trying to get back and fighting to get back in the game, but that time to throw an interception when you really need points, that was a big mistake.
From their own 9-yard line. First down. He's to the 20. He makes his way to about the 32.
The reason why it's so crucial to be able to run effectively like this is it keeps the defense guessing. They have no idea whether you're passing or running, even if you need medium to long-range yards.
And they get the sack. And for Bush, that was his second sack of the game.
This defensive end has really been a lightning rod from the edge of this defense. It seems like every time this quarterback drops back to pass, this defensive end is providing some kind of pressure.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long. And he's tackled right away. Florida State's going to take their first time out of the hat. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
gains his way to the 49-yard line. Going long. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. Touchdown, Seminoles. He makes the PAT. Florida State gets set to kick this one away. He'll return it from the 3. They'll bring him down at the 24-yard line. It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Loss of 1 there for the halfback. From their own 23-yard line, it's second down. So we've played 2 quarters. The Seminoles in front, 28-10. And we welcome you back to the action here, just about set for the second half. And he got all of this one. Great kick. He's to the 10. It's a new possession for this offense, so what will it hold? And he is drilled at the 8. That makes 4 sacks today.
Well, this speed is difficult to defend because you have to try to keep them off balance so they can't use their quickness.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation. He fires right. And it's incomplete.
That's just a great play to separate the ball from the receiver. He'll be feeling that hit tomorrow.
They come out in a 5-wide set. He sails it long. Picked off by the senior. Brought down right around the 48-yard line. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line. The Blue Devils had one of their key guys go down earlier, but it looks like he might be able to return. Throws complete. He's hit right away. That little play action good for about 4 yards.
I got to give credit to the receiver here for getting separation from the coverage and making a good catch on the play.
He's hit and got away. It's a fumble. Looks like the offense has it. And down he goes at the 31. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 31. So the question here is whether or not his knee hit the ground before the ball came out. So a big momentum shift could be in the making here as we take a look at the possible fumble.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, after seeing the replay, it was apparent that his knee was down before he lost the ball.
Yep, those guys in the booth aren't perfect, but they got it right this time.
Gains his way to the 23-yard line.
That's good for gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Tries to scramble, but he's sacked.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. Hit one of
Fires out to his receiver. He's tackled at the 1-yard line.
That makes it first and goal.
It's first down, and they'll bring it up first and goal inside the 5. The defense has got to be thinking, if they've already forced a red zone turnover, maybe they can do it again right here. Touchdown, and it ain't over yet. And he tacks on the extra point. Let's get the latest now from Reese Davis.
The Hurricanes arrive at today's game ranked 4th in the nation. This is a game we've been watching closely all day long. And for Miami, a win today will make them bowl eligible.
Excellent kick. They line up to kick this one away. He's to the 10. He's tackled at the 18-yard line. Their last drive ended with an interception. We're about to find out what the defense can do this time.
This quarterback can make good passes. He just needs to focus on not forcing the ball to his receivers.
Dumps it out left to the running back. Tackle made around the 28-yard line. So it's second down, and they're only about a foot away from picking up the first down. Has some daylight. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. And he's tackled right around the 38-yard line. There's a strike complete.
Everything about that play was crisp. The route, the throw, the catch, that's fun to see.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Down, it's 62.
And they get nice yardage on that run. Off the right side, doesn't get much. Good tackle.
No gain. That'll bring up second and 11.
Second down and 11 yards to the sticks. Ball on the 25-yard line. And he's immediately tackled.
That's good enough for another FSU. First down.
And they got it.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing that you want to see. Is your quarterback not only getting sacked, but getting hit like that. Those linemen better pick that quarterback up and start doing a better job of taking care of it.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Now we'll see how the backup can do after that injury. Slings it. That's a great tackle at the 9.
That'll bring up third
from the 9-yard line. Third down.
Down. Yellow 90.
And he's sacked.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
The kick is up, and they tack on 3 points. Here's an update from the studio and Reese Davis.
Terrific top 25 matchups today. This is a game we've been watching closely today. The Hokies continuing to pound the rock on the ground and score a touchdown.
Florida State is lining up to kick this one off. Taken from the 3-yard line. He's to the 20, at the corner. And he's tackled at the 28. Last drive ended with as good a result as you can hope for, and I'm sure they'd like to replicate that here.
And it was a really nice drive, too, Brad. The quarterback got into a nice rhythm and did a good job of picking apart the defense.
Broke away from one, and he's level at the 41.
That's a gain of 13 on the play. First down.
From their own 41-yard line. First down. The Seminoles lost a player to an earlier injury. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to come back today. Fires it out. He gets hit out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Gain of 14 on the play. First down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
He makes it to the 45-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 45. They'll bring him down at about the 47-yard line.
Man, did he play that perfectly or what? As a linebacker, you have to be able to read the offense and make a quick diagnosis, which is exactly what he did on that play.
They got to him, and he did not get the first down. That's the end of 3 quarters of play, and this one's a little tighter than the experts thought. 31-17, FSU. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. He gets sacked on the play. Defense stiffens there and gives it back to their offense. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Here's the screen to the wideout. He's at the 40, to the 20, the 10. Touchdown, FSU! That score puts him in the driver's seat right now offensively. The question is, can the defense hold on here in the 4th quarter? He splits the uprights with the extra point. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. Canary fields it at the 3. And he's taken down at the 18. The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Stays in bounds to make a nice catch.
That's good for around 16 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 34. He's going to try and scramble. And he's going to come up with a sack.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Now he tries to buy some time. Slides down to the ground.
That's good for around 3 yards. 3rd down.
From their own 36-yard line. 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 88.
Fires out quick. It's picked off. And that was just an outstanding pick.
Great play by the defender to high point the ball, but the quarterback wasn't in rhythm on the throw.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 29. He's got it with room to run. He's taken down at the 14-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's taken down at about the 7-yard line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
No, check that. We want Mike
Touchdown. And he converts the extra point. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
The Hokies roll into this game ranked 25th in the country. This one's been entertaining us all day long. And for Virginia Tech, they're looking for their 4th straight win.
Taylor looks ready to kick this one off. He'll return it from the 3. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line. I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here. But that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. And they've got all their DBs in there to match up against the 5-wide set. Caught with room to work. And they push him out around the 31-yard line.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And he just gets rid of it.
Brad, I just think this quarterback's got to do a much better job of being able to read that defense and make quicker decisions. And especially when the defense starts to get pressure, you've got to either get rid of that football or check it down or take off and run with it.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down. And they make the stop at the 40.
First down.
Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 48.
Suggs on the tackle at the 48-yard line. First down.
From the 48-yard line. First down. They come out in an empty backfield. Now he's scrambling. And he hits him hard at the 48-yard line. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Usually not used to making throws like that.
Sometimes these trick plays can give you some big results, so I can see the logic in the decision to try it.
They'll line it up again on third down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick throw, and he's got his receiver again. And down he goes around the 41-yard line. Makes the catch, but just not enough for the first.
Yeah, they're going to come up a little bit short here. Nice job by the defense of preventing this completion from turning into a first down.
Less than 3 minutes in the game. Nearly intercepted. The offense couldn't convert, and that's going to cost them the possession. Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injury. Nice run there. Robinson gains about 5 yards on the run.
That brings him second and 5.
From their own 46-yard line, it's second down. He's on the run. Runs it left for a decent gain.
That makes it first and 10.
Pitch out. Tackle at the 45. He gets maybe 2 yards on the toss.
2 yards. That brings up second and 9.
Second and 9. Ball on the 45-yard line. Makes it to the 37. A gain of 8 on the carry.
That'll bring up third and inches.
Five wide. Well, a nice stop there late in the fourth quarter, but this game, quite frankly, has been over for a long time, and I'm ready for it to end.
Fourth and 6.
Under a minute left. It's a high kick, and it holds up there. He's tackled at the 23.
When he made the decision to return the ball, I'm sure he thought there was going to be some room to run. But boy, did it vanish in a hurry. Still, he got something out of it.
Well, late in the fourth quarter, this game has been over for a long time, and now we just want to get out of here like these two teams do. And he's going to throw. It's intercepted, and that should do it. To the 20. He's tackled at the 1. They tried to trick him, and that time it backfired.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the offense. They're going to have to put that one behind them and come out strong on their next drive.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line.
Let's go one more.
Everybody bunched up tight defensively. They'll knock him down for a loss.
That brings up second and goal.
They get in. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. Florida State lines up for the kickoff. Joseph takes it at the 20. Tackle made at the 28-yard line. You just hope that a game this uneven ends quietly. We don't want to see anything nasty and pointless at the end. There was some movement on the line.
False start. Offense.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they could just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
So the penalty will make it 1st and 15. Here's the halfback. And he breaks a tackle, and now he's got room to run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 33. This guy just made those 10 yards look easy.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's the pitch, and now the ball is free. And the defense picks it up. Got some open field. And he scores. Touchdown. Clock keeper, just keep it moving for Kirk and I, will you? We want to get out of here. And he adds the extra point. Williams' day comes to an end, not how he had planned it to go, but hey, team rallied around him beautifully.
Brad, I think you and I and everybody else expected a big day for him individually, and he didn't deliver. But most importantly, the team, as you said, was able to come up and kind of step in for his absence and win this football game.
That does it for this edition of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler saying so long.